All right, welcome to another episode of Wildcat Varsity Bowling. Today we've got Napoleon going against the Tigers of Liberty Center. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Thank you for joining us on the live stream today. All right, Liberty will get started on lane number 3, and they get started with a strike. Nice ball. Michael Gallagher is up on lane number 2. Michael hits just a little bit light. He ends up leaving the bucket 2-4-5-8. Liberty Center bowler number 1 ends up leaving a 7-pin. Riley Ehlers down on lane number 4 ends up leaving a 7-10 split. Michael now, his spare attempt on lane number 2. And he picks that one up. Nicely done. Riley now, his spare attempt. He'll just pick up one. That's about all he can do. Liberty picked up, or does not pick up their spare down on lane number 1. 9 count for him. He also does not pick up the spare on lane number 3. Preston Miller up now in lane number 2 for Napoleon, and he picks up 5. He's a similar lead to Michael of the 2-4-5, this time the 7 and 8. Ashton's first ball got 9. He left the 10-pin. Ashton picks up the spare attempt. Preston picks up an additional 3 for a total of 8 in the first frame. Riley now moves over to lane number 3. And he gets a strike. A strike also for Liberty Center down on lane number 1. Jacob Hull now up for Napoleon. This is his first ball in the first frame. And a strike for Jacob, a nice ball there. Liberty down on lane number 2, picked up 9, left the 2-pin. Michael now on lane number 1 for Napoleon. And he gets the 6-pin to drop for the strike. Ashton now, lane number 3. And he gets 9 of them to fall, leaves the 6-pin. Liberty picks up their spare on lane number 2 and picks up a strike on lane number 4. A strike for Preston down on lane number 1 for Napoleon. Ashton will pick up his spare on lane number 3. Liberty Center with 9 on lane number 4, leaving a 10-pin. Jacob now, lane number 3. And a strike for Jacob. That's back-to-back strikes for him. Liberty Center with a spare attempt on lane number 2. Got 7 on his first ball. Liberty Center missed the 10-pin spare on lane number 4. And Liberty Center picks up 1 additional pin on lane number 2. Liberty Center a little heavy through the nose on lane number 3, gets 7, splits the 6-7-10. Liberty Center with a strike though down on lane number 1. Now we got Riley Ehlers up on lane number 4. Nice ball from Riley for a strike. That's 2 in a row now for him in the second and third frames. Ashton now up on lane number 4 for Napoleon. And a nice strike ball from him. And a strike for Liberty Center on lane number 3. Liberty Center trying to pick up a 10 pin on lane number 2, and does so. And another strike for Jacob on lane number 4. Riley now, lane number 3. And a strike for him. Michael now, lane number 2. And leaves the 10 pin standing. Ashton now up on lane number 3. Liberty with a strike down on lane number 1. Ashton gets a strike. Michael picks up his spare. If I can get somebody to give me a shout out in the comments to let me know that that you guys can hear me, I appreciate it. Preston with 9, leaving the 10 pin. Jacob now, lane number 3. And another strike for Jacob. Michael's down on lane number 1. Oh, the 10 pin wobbles, but it doesn't go down. Preston now with his spare attempt. And he picks that one up. Liberty Center, lane number 3. Nice ball there for a strike. Michael's spare attempt on lane 1. And he picks that up. All right, I got confirmation you guys can hear me, so appreciate it. Thank you. Riley now, lane number 4. Hits a little bit light, gets unlucky, leaves the 2-8-10 split. Preston now, lane number 1. Strike ball from him. 2-8-10 is a difficult little split to pick up, so he'll probably just try for 2 here. And he does so. About all you can do with that lead. Ashton now up on lane number 4. And it taps the 10, but the 10 keeps standing. Thought he was going to get it to go down. And another strike from Liberty Center down on lane number 1. That's 3 in a row for him. And a 9 count from Liberty on lane number 2. Ashton now, spare attempt. And he picks that up. Riley now, lane number 3. Oh, 9 count. Can't get the 10 to go down. Liberty picks up their spare. Jacob now in lane number 4. Jacob Hall gets 9, leaves the 7 pin standing. Liberty can't convert down on lane number 1. We'll end up with 8 in that frame. Riley picks up his spare. Michael now, lane number 2, gets the strike, and Jacob picks up the spare. Switch over to the girls' match. We've got Ella with 7 leaving the split, the 1-2-10. Up on lane number 6, up on lane number 7. Looks like Ashlyn Highfield. And she'll pick up what looks to be 6. Leaves the 1, 2, 4, and 8 pin. Ella trying to pick the spare up, picks up 2. Liberty Center with a nice spare conversion down on lane number 8. Ashlyn now, spare attempt here. And she gets 3 out of the 4. Liberty leaves the 10 pin on lane number 5. Spencer Schweiger now up on lane number 6 for the Napoleon girls. Good looking ball, but the 10 pin won't drop. Now we've got Sophia Coors up on lane number 8. Sophia ends up getting 8, ends up leaving the, looks like the 2-7. Carly Hohenbrink with a strike on lane number 7 for Napoleon. Spencer can't get it to hold on for the spare on lane number 6. Liberty up on lane number 7. And she gets a strike. Ella now up on lane number 5 for Napoleon, and a strike ball for her. Liberty gets a little light on lane number 6, gets 8, leaving the 1-2. Sophia, spare attempt here, and she'll pick up 1. Liberty on lane number 7, hit a little bit light. Strike ball for Spencer on lane number 5. Liberty won't convert their spare on lane number 6. Ends the frame with an 8 count. Ashlyn now, lane number 8. Gets that one started out wide. It won't come back. Ends up missing the head pin, leaving the 1-2-4. Liberty now, spare attempt on lane number 7. Good attempt, but it'll only picks up 2. Liberty on lane number 6. That one hit a little flush, but it gets the late hit. It goes down for the strike. I don't think she realized it yet. Now they told her. Oh, nice ball from Ashlyn, but it gets the front 2, misses the back one. 7 count for Liberty on lane number 6. Sophia's up, lane number 7. Nice ball from Sophia. Gets 8, leaves the 6-10. Carly now, lane number 8. And she gets 9. Again, 10 pin standing. Liberty with a 5-7 split on lane number 5. Attempt her spare. Meanwhile, on lane number 7, we've got Sophia with her spare attempt. It's got a break. Oh, gets 1. Ella up now for Napoleon, lane number 6. That one doesn't quite get back to the head pin. She gets 9, leaving the 2 pin. Ashlyn up on lane number 7. Again, kind of swings that one out wide, doesn't get back to the head pin. Again, leaves the 1-2-4. Ella, spare attempt. She's got it. Liberty gets 8 on their first ball down on lane 8, leaves the 2-5. Liberty up on lane number 5 now. Again, that one looks a little bit straight, leaves the 6-10. And again, Ashlyn will pick up the front 2, but misses the back one. Spencer now, lane number 6, and a strike for Spencer. Oh, Carly with a rough break there. Leaves the 8-10 split. Liberty picks up 7 on lane number 8 and 9 on lane number 5, leaving a 10-pin standing. On lane number 8, it's a 1-2-4. Carly will try to get just the 1. That's what she does. Liberty with a spare attempt here on lane number 6. And she picks it up. Nice ball. Spare attempt. And it stays up and picks up a 10-pin. And on lane number 8, she picks up her spare for Liberty Center. Brings up Ella now on lane number 5. Nice ball. There's a strike for her. Sophia down to lane number 8. Doesn't quite break on it for her. She gets 5. Liberty Center with an 8 count on lane number 6, leaving the 4-7. Spencer now, lane number 5. Nice ball from Spencer for a strike. Liberty Center picks up 8 count on lane number 7, leaving the 2-5. Liberty won't pick up their spare on lane number 6. Sophia missed her spare attempt. She picks up 3 additional for a total of 8. And Liberty Center with a split, the 6-7 on lane number 5. Liberty does pick up their spare on lane number 7. Lane number 6, Liberty. A nice ball, but can't get the 5-pin to drop. Sophia's up now in lane number 7. Ashlyn picked up 8, leaving the 4-7. Sophia picks up, looks like 8. Nope, 7, leaving the 1-2-8. Ashlyn will pick up 1 additional on lane number 8. Her spare attempt. That looks good. She's got it. Ella up now on lane number 6. Hits a little bit light. Gets 6. Carly with a nice ball for a strike down on lane 8. Ashlyn now, lane number 7. This is her 8th frame. And she splits, leaving the 6-7-10. Ella with her spare attempt. Oh, she picks up 3 out of the 4. And Michael Gallagher finished with a 258 game. Ashlyn picks up 2 additional. Spencer with a strike on lane number 6. Riley Ehlers finished with a 211. Ashton with a 182. Sophia now up on lane number 8. This is her 9th frame. She pulled that one a little bit. Ella getting ready to start her 10th frame. Preston Miller finished with a 192. Sophia, spare attempt. And she'll pick up, looks like 6. Ella got 9 on her first ball. Picks up the spare. And Jacob Hall finished with a 239 in the first game. Liberty, spare attempt on lane 6, picks that one up. Ella, last ball, 10th frame on lane number 5. Gets a little bit light, gets 6. She'll finish with a 179. Ashlyn picks up 2 out of the 3 on her spare attempt. Liberty gets 7 more on lane number 6. She'll finish with a 138. Carly up now, lane number 8. And she gets them all to drop for a strike. Liberty ends up with 9 on lane number 6. Spencer got 9 on her first ball, picks up the spare. Liberty down on lane number 8. Gets them all to drop for a strike. Liberty won't pick up their spare on lane number 6. She finishes with a 134. All right, so I've got Riley Ehlers with a 211 for the boys, Michael Gallagher with a 258, Jacob Hall with a 239, Ashton Kiesling with a 182, and Preston Miller with a 192 for a total of 1082. For Liberty Center, I've got Landon Amstutz, 237, Tim Blanton, 195, Cody McDougall, 167, Cole Roth, 184, and Jacob Sexton, 238, for a total of 1021. And Spencer Schweiger finished with a game of 236. Nice game, Spencer. Sophia Kors finished with a game of 97. Ashlyn starts out the 10th frame with an 8 count. She's got a sleeper back there. It's a 3-9. Liberty Center starts out the 10th frame on lane number 8 with a strike. Ashland would finish with a game of 110. Liberty Center got 7 on her second ball in the 10th. Ends up leaving a split. Looks like the 2-4-10. Carly will start the 10th frame out with a 9 count. Left the 10 pin. And Liberty Center will pick up one more, and she'll finish with a 155. And Carly will finish with a game of 141. So I've got an unofficial score for the girls of 763 for Napoleon and 692 for Liberty Center. We'll get the coach's score sheet and we'll confirm that. Meanwhile, we'll switch back to the boys' match. We got Preston Miller up on lane number 2. He ended up with a 7-10 split, picks up just the 10 pin. Ashton looks like he's left the 7 pin down there. He's up on lane number 3. And he'll pick that one up. We've got Michael Gallagher down on lane number 1. And a nice ball for a strike for Michael. All right. So I've got a game of 97 for Sophia. Of course, this is for Napoleon. 179 for Ella Fox. Ashland with Highfield with 110. Carly Hohenbrink with 141. And Spencer Schweiger for 236 for a total of 763. And then for Liberty Center, I've got, looks like Jensen Sonnenberg with a 99. Audrey Bowers with 138, Riley Gerritsen 134, Hannah Roth 166, and Madison Amstutz with a 155 for a total of 692. Preston Miller missed his 10, or I'm sorry, that was Liberty Center. Missed their 10 pin on lane number 3. Jacob Hull picks up his spare on lane number 4 with 10 pin. A 9 count from Michael on lane number 2. Right now Riley's up on lane number 3. Nice ball from Riley for a strike there. Liberty Center picks up 1 out of 2 on lane number 1. Nice ball for Liberty Center there. A strike on lane number 4 for them. And 7 for Ashton there, leaving the 6-7-10. Another strike for Liberty on lane number 4. And a strike for Liberty down on lane number 1. Preston Miller up now, lane number 2 for Napoleon. Hits a little bit light, ends up getting 5. Ashton picks up 2 out of the 3 on lane number 3. Jacob crossed over the head pin, ends up leaving a split, the 6-7. Preston, spare attempt, picks up 3 out of the 5. Riley with another strike on lane number 4. Jacob now, spare attempt here. Looks like he tried to pick it up, missed both. And a strike for Liberty there on lane number 2. Michael leaves the 6 pin, it looks like, on lane number 1. Liberty gets 8 on lane number 3, leaving the 6, or I'm sorry, that's the 3-6. And Liberty gets 9, leaving the 3 pin on lane number 2. Michael, spare attempt here. And he'll pick that up. And Liberty will pick up 1 out of the 2 on lane number 3. And Liberty will pick up their spare on lane number 2. Jacob now, lane number 4. And that's a strike in the 6th frame for Jacob. And nice ball from Liberty on lane number 3, but can't get the 10 pin to drop. Up with 8 on lane number 2. A strike for Liberty on lane number 4. Preston, spare attempt down on lane number 1, picks it up. Nice ball for a strike from Ella Fox on lane number 5 of the girls, off to the right of your screen. Liberty Center picks up their spare on lane 2. Riley up now, lane number 3. Strike from Liberty on lane number 1. Oh, and a 10 pin won't drop. And that'll end a run of 6 straight strikes for Riley. Michael can't convert his spare on lane number 2. Oh, I'm sorry, that was his first ball, so his spare is upcoming. He got 9. Riley won't convert his spare attempt, missed the 10 pin. Now we've got Michael's spare attempt. And he picks it up. All right, we'll switch back to the girls. Liberty picks up 1 out of 3 on lane number 6. Liberty now on lane number 5. Ends up leaving the 2-4-5. Ashton for the Wildcat ladies on lane number 7. And she'll get 7, leaving a split, the 2-4-10. Split for Liberty Center, the 2-4-10 as well on lane number 6. Center, lane number 5, spare attempt, picks that one up. Liberty Center got all but 1 on her spare attempt on lane number 8. Ashton now, spare attempt. And she won't get any additional. Spare attempt from Liberty on lane number 6. And she'll get 2 out of the 3. Carly can't get the 10 pin to drop. Ella now lane number 6. Another strike for Ella. That's back-to-back strikes for her. Liberty with a strike down on lane number 8. Liberty, spare attempt on lane number 5. She got 9 on her first ball, and she won't convert. Spencer now up on lane number 6. Carly converted her spare on lane number 7. Nice ball from Spencer, right in the pocket for a strike. Sophia gets 7, leaves a split. The 4-7-10, or yeah, the 4-7-10. Liberty with 9 on lane number 5. Liberty loses that one off her hand on lane number 6. And a nice conversion from Liberty there on lane number 5. Sophia starts that one a little further left than she wanted to. Won't get any additional. Liberty's second attempt picks up 8 for a total of 8 in the frame. Ella now, lane number 5, leaves everything but, or gets everything but the 6 or the 4 pin to drop. That'll be a 9 for hers with a spare attempt upcoming. Ashlyn with a nice ball on lane number 8, leaving the 5 pin. Nine count for Liberty Center on lane number 9. The 10 pin stands. Ella, spare attempt. Covers it. Ashlyn now, her spare attempt, lane number 8. And she's got it. Nicely done. Liberty gets 9 on lane number 6. Leaves the 10 pin. Spencer now, lane number 5. Another nice ball. Strike for her. That's 3 in a row now. Carly up, lane number 8. Carly gets 9 of them to go. Can't get the 10 pin to fall. Sophia up now, lane number 7. And it looks like she might have pulled that one just a little bit. She ends up with 7 though. Good count. Leaves the 1, 2, 4. Carly now picks up her spare. Liberty Center on lane number 6. Oh, we got a late one that fell. She'll get 9. Leaves just the 2 pin. Oh, nice ball on lane 5 for Liberty, but it can't get the 7 pin to drop. Sophia now, spare attempt. Sophia. Sophia makes the spare attempt. Nice ball from Sophia. And we got a spare from Liberty Center on lane number 6. And Liberty Center won't convert on lane number 5. Now, Ashlyn, she pulled that one a little bit on lane number 7. Ella up on lane number 6. Nice looking ball there. Oh, won't get the 10 pin to drop. Riley Ehlers finishes the second game with a 265. Nice game, Riley. Oh, Ellen missed her 10 pin. We'll switch back to the boys and let you watch The end of the second game. Ashton, third ball of his 10th frame. He started out with a strike, then 6. He's left with a 2, 4, 5, 8. Picks that up. Michael gets 9 on his second ball in the 10th frame. So Ashton will finish with a 203. The two Liberty bowlers on lanes 3 and 4 finished with a 231 and a 236 respectively. Nice games, guys. Michael Gallagher finished with a 161. The first Liberty bowler finished with a 168. Jacob with a 9 spare to start the 10th frame. Preston starts the 10th frame with a 9. Liberty's second bowler finishes with a 159 on the 1-2 pair. Preston picks up his spare. And Jacob finishes with a 193 with a strike. And a strike from Liberty Center on lane number 1. Preston's last ball, 10th frame. Picks up 9 more. And he'll finish with a 169. Liberty Center with another strike. As soon as Liberty Center bowls their last ball, I will switch back to the girls' second individual game. And Liberty will end up with 8 on his final ball, giving him a total of 215. Another nice game from Liberty Center. Check the official scores here in just a minute. Ashland now for the girls. Picks up 8, but leaves a split of the 6-7. Ella Fox coming up for Napoleon on lane number 6. Liberty Center picks up their spare on lane number 8. And a strike for Ella on lane number 6. Ashland will try to pick up at least 1 here. And just missed trying to convert it. And we have a washout for Liberty Center, the 1-2-4-10 on lane number 5. And a nice ball for a strike from Liberty Center there on lane number 8. And Spencer with a strike for Napoleon. Nice ball from Spence. Carly up now, lane number 7. And the 4-pin wobbles, but it stays up. It's 9 for her. Sophia up on lane number 8. And she gets 7, leaving the 1-2-4. Oh, and Carly pulled that one a little bit, missed the spare attempt. And Liberty Center with another strike on lane number 5. Well, I've got an unofficial score of 991 for Napoleon and 1,009 for Liberty Center. And a total of, after the 2 games, Napoleon boys lead 2073 to 2030. So they're up by 43 pins. Again, this is unofficial. Coaches haven't brought me the score sheets yet. Ella with a strike on lane number 5. Ashlyn up for Napoleon on lane number 8, and Spencer on lane number 5. Nice looking ball from Ashlyn, but it leaves the 5-7 split. A nice ball from Spencer, knocks them all down for a strike. Liberty Center picks up their spare on lane number 6. And a 9 count from Liberty Center, leaving the 10 pin on lane number 7. Ashlyn just misses the spare attempt again. She'll end up with 8 for the frame. Good attempt, though. Liberty Center's spare attempt is successful on lane number 7. Carly now, lane number 8. Nice ball for a strike from Carly. Liberty Center missed their spare attempt on lane number 6. And 7 for Liberty on lane number 5, leaving the 4-7-10 split. A 9 count on lane number 8, leaving just the 5 pin for Liberty. Sophia Coors up now on lane number 7. And she gets them all to drop for a strike. Nice ball, Sophia. Liberty picks up their spare on lane number 6. Ashlyn up for frame number 9 on lane number 7. And she gets 9. Can't get the 4 pin to drop. All right, so recap of the boys' scores for the second game. Riley Ehlers, 265. Michael Gallagher, 161. Jacob Hull, 193. Ashton Kiesling, 203. Preston Miller, 169 for a total of 991. Landon Amstutz, 236. Tim Blanton, 215. Cody McDougall, 159. Cole Roth, 168. And Jacob Sexton, 231 for a total of 1009. Ashlyn. It's been too long. Holiday break screwed me all up. Ashlyn picks up the spare in the 9th frame. Ella had a strike on her first ball in the 10th frame, picks up 8 more there, leaves the 9-10. Carly, 9th frame. Gets 9 of them to drop, leaves the 4 pin. Liberty Center's first girl bowler finishes with a score of 127. Their second bowler finishes with 118. Carly picks up her spare. Liberty Center starts out with 8 on their 10th frame. And Ella picks up 1 additional and finishes with a 213. Sophia got 8 on her first ball, left the 4-7. She's got a spare attempt upcoming. Can it hang on? Nope, not quite. And she'll finish with a 103. Spencer's got 3 strikes going into the 10th frame. Oh, and the 10 pin doesn't drop. Ashlyn now up on lane number 8 for Napoleon. And she starts out with 7. Liberty Center made the spare on lane number 5. Now her final ball. And she gets 9 and finishes with a 201. Nice game for her. And Spencer won't pick up her spare and finishes with a 226. Good game, Spencer. And Ashlyn will only pick up 1 more, and she'll finish with a 121. Liberty Center got 7 on her second ball of the 10th frame. She started off the 10th frame with a strike. And she'll pick up 1 additional, and will finish with a 178, I believe. Yep, 178. Carly with a strike to start the 10th frame. Liberty's last bowler pulled that one a little bit, leaves the 6-10, gets 8. We'll join the boys for the Baker match here just momentarily. They're just finishing up the first Baker. Carly gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. Liberty picks up the spare. They'll get 1 more. And Carly will not convert the last pin and ends up with a 163. And that gives Napoleon girls a score of 826 unofficially. And Liberty Center boys will finish the first Baker game with a total of 181 and 206 for the Napoleon boys. And we'll switch to take you to the start of the second Baker match for the boys. Sophia Coors, 103. Ella Fox, 213. Ashlyn Highfield, 121. Carly Hohenbrink, 163. And Spencer Schweiger, 226. And then we've got Jensen Sonnenberg, 127. Audrey Bowers, 118. Riley Garrettson with a nice game of 201. Hannah Roth, 178. And Madison Amstutz, 165. Michael Gallagher, spare attempt, picks it up. Liberty Center with a 9 total in the first frame. Second bowler up for Liberty Center. That's a strike for him. Nice ball. Now we've got Owen Philpott for Napoleon, bowling in the number 2 spot. Oh, it's 9, leaves the 10 pin. And Owen won't be able to pick up the spare. Liberty Center got 9 from their third bowler and picks up the spare. Riley's in the number 3 slot for Napoleon. And a strike for him. Looked like he was going to end up with a 7-10 split, but he had enough pin action to take him down. Oh, Liberty Center gets 9. I thought the Messenger was going to take out the 10, but it didn't quite. Ashton Kiesling now, lane number 4, and leaves the 4 pin, gets 9. Liberty now up to attempt the spare, 4th frame. And loses that one to the right. Napoleon girls started off the first Baker game with a strike from Sophia Coors. Ashlyn got 6 on her next ball. Ashton picks up his spare. And Ashlyn picks up the spare. Liberty Center girls with 9 in the second frame. Jacob picks up 7, leaving the 3-6-10. Even though the girls are off screen, I will try to keep you guys up on what's going on in the match. Carly Hohenbrink with a strike in the third frame. The third frame for Napoleon girls. Liberty Center picks up their spare. That's the 5th frame. And Jacob picks up the spare for Napoleon in the 5th frame. So both teams have a spare in the 5th. Slight edge to Napoleon, 235 max to 227. And a strike from Liberty Center, lane number 3. Ella Fox got 9 on her first ball. She's the 4th bowler for Napoleon girls. Michael Gallagher with a strike there. Ella picks up her spare, or 10 pin for a spare. Liberty Center with back-to-back strikes for the boys. Liberty Center girls are faced with a split here. The 6-7-10, she'll pick up 1. Owen leaves the 10 pin again. Liberty now, boys in lane number 3. And another strike for the boys. That's 3 in a row for Liberty. Strike for the Napoleon girls in the 5th frame. Not sure who was up. Owen now, spare attempt. Oh, loses it to the right. Liberty got 8 in the 9th frame. Although it looks like something's happened. Well, they're correcting it. What happened here? Oh, I must have got a strike. 2 pins must have gone down late. Riley with a strike for Napoleon in the 8th frame. Ashton a little light, ends up getting 7. Liberty Center with a strike to start the 10th frame. Liberty Center girls pick up a spare in the 5th frame. Ashton picks up his spare for Napoleon boys. That's in the 9th frame. Liberty Center with another strike. Jacob with a strike to start the 10th frame. Ashlyn Highfield got 8 on her first ball, left the baby split, the 310 it looks like. And she picks it up, nicely done. Jacob's second ball is a strike. Liberty finished with an 8 count and a 225 total. The best Napoleon can do in the second game of the second Baker game is 183. So Liberty will get some gain some pins here. And another strike from Jacob, 3 in a row to finish with 183. I have an unofficial score of 24-62 to 24-36. So there's only 26 pins separating Liberty Center and Napoleon right now, by my count. Switching over to the girls' match. Liberty Center with a spare. Or I'm sorry, that's just one. I didn't see the 7-pin standing there. Ella up, and she gets them all to drop for a strike in the 9th frame. Liberty up, 8th frame. And she'll leave a 5-pin, gets 9. Spencer up to close out the 10th frame for Napoleon. And she'll get 9, leaves the 9-pin. Napoleon boys start off the 3rd Baker game with a strike from Michael Gallagher. And a strike for Liberty Center boys as well. And Liberty Center girls pick up their spare in the 8th frame. We'll switch back to the boys here just momentarily. And Spencer picks up her spare. Napoleon boys got 8 from Preston, leaving the 2-8. Liberty Center boys got 9, leaving the 7-pin. Spencer, last ball, 10th frame. And she gets them all to drop. And that'll be a 185 Baker game for the Napoleon girls. Liberty Center got 4 to start the 9th frame. And she'll pick up another 4. Liberty Center girls get 7, leaving the 2-4-5. Napoleon did make their spare in the second frame from Preston. Start out the third with a 7 count, leaving the 3-6-10. Liberty Center got 8, but leaves a split, the 4-9. Ashton picks up his spare. We'll be switching back to that just as soon as the Liberty Center girls finish their match, or finish the first Baker game here. They pick up their spare in the 10th frame, so she'll get 1 more. Riley got 9 for the Napoleon boys, leaving a 5-pin. Last ball, Liberty Center girls pick up 9, and they'll finish with a 123. So unofficially, I've got the Napoleon girls up over Liberty Center by 335 pins. All right, Liberty Center picks up their spare in the 5th frame. Jacob had a strike for Napoleon in the 5th frame. And Michael with the strike in the 6th frame. And Sophia Coors starts out the second Baker game for the girls with a strike. And Preston with a strike. That's 3 in a row now for Napoleon boys. Liberty got 7 on their first ball in the 6th frame, leaving the 1-2-8. And they pick up their spare. Ashlyn got 9 on her first ball. And Ashton Kiesling picks up a strike. That's now 4 in a row for Napoleon. Liberty Center boys with a strike in the 7th frame. And that's a strike from Riley for Napoleon. And a 9 count from Liberty Center. Can't get the 10-pin to drop. Seems like I've been calling that 10-pin all day. And there it is again for Jacob. 10-pin standing. Liberty Center picks it up. That's their 8th frame. Jacob needs to convert here to add some pressure. Liberty Center hits a little high, ends up getting 7, leaves the 3-4-7. Oh, and Jacob missed his 10-pin. And Napoleon will finish with a 223. But it should be enough. Best that Liberty can finish with is a 190, and that he only picks up 2 out of the 3. So now the best they can do is 179. Now there's score correction. It looks like it was 8-1, not 7-2. So they'll get an extra pin. So and he picks up the spare there. And his final ball, 10th frame for Liberty Center. And he finishes with a strike. Nice ball. So 170 for Liberty Center. Again, I have unofficially, I have 2685 for Napoleon Boys and 2606 for Liberty Center. So a difference of 79 pins. So we'll switch back to the girls match, where Napoleon has got 3 strikes in a row in the 4th, 5th, and 6th frames. So that means Sophia had another strike. And Ashlyn gets them all to drop. So that's at least 4 in a row now for the girls. Liberty Center with a strike in the 5th frame. Carly up now, lane number 7. And she'll get 8, leaves the 4-7. Liberty Center now, lane number 8. And she'll pick up 3 or 4. She gets 4. Carly now, spare attempt. Picks it up. Nice ball, Carly. Brings up Ella in the number 4 slot. First, we've got Liberty trying to make their spare here in lane number 8. And she'll pick up 5 out of the 6. That'll be a 9 count for them in the 6th frame. Ella now, lane number 7. Nice ball, strike for Ella. Spencer up, lane number 7. And a strike for Spencer to start the 10th. Liberty Center's second ball picks up 7. Liberty Center now. Pick up, looks like 3. Yep. And another strike from Spencer. Liberty picks up an additional 6. Spencer now, last ball in the 10th. And Spencer picks up 8. And the Lady Cats will finish with a very impressive 234 for the second Baker game. So with Bakers of 206, 183, and 223 for Napoleon, for a total of 612. They finish with a total of 2685. And Liberty with Baker games of 181, 225, and 170. Baker total of 576 will finish with 2606, a difference of 79 pins. Liberty starts out the 10th frame with 6 pins. She'll have a spare attempt upcoming. Oh, can she get it? No. Gets 3 out of the 4, and they'll finish with a 128 in the second Baker game. All right, so I've got Baker games of 185 and 234 for Napoleon girls, and 123 and 128 for Liberty Center. And the second game totals do match mine. Oh, nope, they don't. I must have missed a score in here. Yep, I missed a score. So 127, 118, 201, 178, and I missed the last 165. So Liberty had a total of 789 in the second individual game, and we'll get that updated here in just a moment. So I have the girls match at 2008 to 1732, a difference of 276 at this point. Liberty started off the first frame with 7 total. Sophia got 9. Spare attempt upcoming, and she's got it. Spare attempt for Sophia. Nice ball, Sophia. Brings up Ashlyn. This is Ashlyn's first year bowling. She's a senior, though. Sophia's a freshman, so this is her first year as well. And Ashlyn will pick up 7, leaving the 136. Liberty Center got 7 total in their second frame. Third frame upcoming for them. And they'll pick up 6 on their first ball. Leaves the 1-2-4-9. Ashlyn, spare attempt. And she's got it. Nice ball from Ashlyn. Spare attempt for Liberty Center. Gets 3 out of the 4. Carly Hohenbrink's up. Carly's our lone sophomore this year. And a strike for her. Ella up now, 4th frame. And a strike from Ella. And Liberty Center doesn't pick up their spare on frame number 4. Liberty now, 5th frame. Gets 9 of them to drop, leaves the 5-pin. Spencer up, and she gets 8. Oh, 9. The 7-pin did drop, so she's left with just the 5-pin. Liberty's spare attempt now. And they picked that one up. Nicely done. And Spencer's spare attempt. And she covers that one. Liberty starts the 6th frame. And she gets 9 of them to drop, all but the 3-pin. Sophia's up. Sophia, nice ball. Gets 7, leaves the 1, 2, 7. Liberty pulled that one for their spare attempt. All right, Sophia's spare attempt here. Oh, just missed the head pin. Good try, though, Sophia. Liberty picks up 3 on her first ball. Ashlyn up now. And a strike for Ashlyn. Nice ball. Liberty Center won't get any more in the 7th frame. They'll end up with just 3. Carly now, lane number 8, 8th frame. And a strike for Carly. Nice ball from her. And 7 from Liberty Center, right through the middle. Leaves the 2, 4, 7. That brings up Ella now for Napoleon. And another strike for Ella. That's 3 in a row now for the Lady Cats. And Liberty Center picks up 2 out of the 3. Spencer now. And a strike for Spencer to start the 10th frame. And Liberty with 7. Spencer now, 2nd ball, 10th frame. And she gets 7, leaves a split, the 2, 4, and 10. And Liberty picks up their spare in the 9th frame there. Liberty starting their 10th frame. And they'll pick up 6. Spencer now. And she picks up the spare. Off the wall, picks up the spare. Nicely done. And Napoleon finishes with a 217 in this third Baker game. All right, Liberty's second ball, 10th frame. And she picks up the spare. All right, final ball, Liberty Center girls. Nice ball, gets 9, leaves the 10 pin. And they will finish with a 107. So my unofficial score, I've got Napoleon winning 22-25 to 18-39 by a total of 386. We'll get the coach's official scorecard here and double check that. All right, as always, it's been my pleasure to bring you the broadcast today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. Have a safe and happy holiday, or a New Year's. We won't be back until after the New Year. I don't remember the exact date, but I will get it posted up on YouTube, the reminder. So again, I've got Napoleon boys defeating the Liberty Center boys 26-85 to 26-06, and Napoleon girls winning over Liberty Center 22-25 to 18-39. Everybody have a safe rest of the evening, and as always, go Wildcats!